I've been looking everywhere for you. Hey tasters! Wine serving temperature can be a little mystifying and confusing, but it doesn't have to be as complicated as some people make it out to be. Don't take the guidelines as a precision challenge. Rather, approach the idea of serving your wine at the right temperature with common sense and as a way of enhancing your own delight in the wine you're tasting. We tend to serve red wines at a different temperature to white wines because red and white wines have different characters. Broadly speaking, red wines are fruitier and tannic, while white wines have a very refreshing acidity. So, we want to serve them at a temperature that brings out the best in each one. The serving temperature for red wines tends to be between 12 and 18 degrees C to bring out the fruit. The temperature for serving white wine is much lower, between 8 and 12 degrees Celsius, to maintain the bright acidity. And to maintain fizziness, we serve sparkling wine at an even lower temperature, between 5 and 7 degrees Celsius. The same goes for most dessert wines, in order to counter their sweetness. What does this mean in practice? Put your white, sparkling and sweet wines in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours before serving them. But do not forget them there indefinitely. A refrigerator is not suitable for long-term storage of wine. I'll leave you a video link above. Check out this video for more information on wine storage temperatures. So, what about this mythical room temperature we keep hearing about? And why is it deemed so ideal for serving red wines? The truth is that this indication is a little misleading. It's not exactly wrong, it's just a little behind the times. Storage temperature in a cellar or a wine refrigerator tends to be between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius, which is a little lower than the ideal temperature for red wine especially. That's why sometimes in restaurants we are told that we have to wait a little bit for the wine we have chosen to come up to room temperature. Here's the thing, however. What was room temperature in a French chateau in 19th century France is not room temperature in our modern houses. In modern houses, room temperature swings wildly between central heating and air conditioning. And the idea of room temperature is even more misleading in warmer regions of the world, such as Cyprus, where I live. It's mid-October right now, and temperature is still above 30 degrees Celsius. And that's just the problem with the idea of room temperature as a guideline for the wine serving temperature. It's not so much wrong as unreliable because it's not the same for every room. So is it true that red wine serving temperature is the trickiest one to get right? Yes, that is true. Serve it too cold and you lose the fruit. Serve it too warm and you kill the tannic structure. So if you live in a hot country, like me, don't hesitate to put your red wine in a refrigerator too, albeit for a short time before serving. For light red wines such as Pinot Noir or Grenache, refrigerate them for between 60 and 90 minutes. For big tannic reds like Bordeaux or a Rioja, refrigerate them for far less, let's say 30 to 40 minutes before uncorking. But above all, remember, it's your wine and it's your pleasure. Experiment and work out what you prefer. And just do that. So, tasters, if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps. And remember to subscribe, that helps too. And leave me a comment, because that also helps. What's your favorite wine serving temperature? I'll see you next week.